Oh, awesome. All right. Okay, so we've got our full body kind of mat style workout. So lots of core, but still hitting full body for the first half. And then we'll jump into yoga for the second half today. So go ahead and just start warming through your upper body. Find your arm circles, get the chest and the back opened up a bit, and we will jump in. So as I said, most of the work will be on the mat again today. So we'll kind of Pilates inspired, but just working smaller muscles in different ways. All right, so keep moving through the upper body. And another 3, 2, 1. Let's take it out to the side. Find those side steps. Just getting the heart rate up a little bit, getting some blood flowing. You got it. We'll go for another 10 seconds or so on this. We've got another 3, 2, 1, and come back through center. Let's find our sumo stance. Drop into the hips, rock a bit from side to side, and find your spinal twist. And come back through center and find your hip hinge into your air squat. Oof. Super sore today. I think a combination of Wednesday's workout and the class I taught Wednesday night. Even my forearms hurt. Who knows? It'll be good to move a little bit today. Got it for another 3, 2, 1 more. Bring it up. Find your butt kicks from here. All right, we're going to move for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, meet me in your down dog. Let's pedal it out. And then we're going to work some alternating side planks. We'll work high plank to forearm plank on the side. And we're going to layer in an oblique dip with it too. So really get some work out of it. So just pedal, let the hips move. You can move into your high plank and back a few times too, really stretching through the chest as you press back as well. All right, now slide into your high plank. Come to your right hand. Take your feet about hip width apart so you can just kind of roll over the feet. You're gonna do a little dip of that bottom hip and then slide the left forearm down. Little dip, right hand, and dip. And that's where we're going. Now, as you're dipping, I don't want you to drop into your shoulder. That's really important. So just think side body bend and not drop into the shoulder. Meet me in your high plank in the middle and switch to your left hand, oblique dip, right forearm. Now remember also the key with this is to not let your hips come too far into the air. We want to keep the core engaged the whole time. So keep moving. We're going to do 1 more on each side. And high plank in the middle. And rest. Shake that out. All right. So we come up and do our hinge work. So as always, you've got choices. It's 30 seconds. You can swing, deadlift, good mornings, your choice. So grab your weight. We move in 3, 2, and let's go. 30 seconds. Just want to work our posterior chain with this. "30 seconds of work. You're more than halfway." You've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, so we're gonna come down to the mat for the next 2 things. Let me look at my notes. We've got bridges 3 ways, so grab some weights or a weight to go across the hips for the bridges, and then we're gonna hit some skull crushers with our abs. So you need a set of dumbbells for that as well. You could have a heavier set for the bridges if you want, and like a medium set for the skull crusher, your choice. All right, so bridges 3 ways means we're gonna adjust the feet as we move through these. So we'll come down to the back. I'm gonna place weights just across my pelvis. Feet are gonna be hip width apart, toes at 12 o'clock to get started with, so a traditional bridge. So walk the heels back, big deep full breath in and just send the hips up and lower. Now, as you send the hips up, I want you to feel right where the glute and the hamstring meet. We want them to engage. You don't have to push necessarily past that point. We just want to feel that squeeze right at the base of the glute as you lift and engage. Press down equal weight between both feet. We move for another 3, another 2, one more up and hold for 4, 3, 2, and lower. All right, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees butterfly open. So we'll do our frog bridge here. Lift and lower. Really press into the outer edges of the feet. And this one, you kind of have to play with the weight distribution a little bit because you might notice that you favor one side over the other. So if you can, just really try to level out so that you feel equal work in both glutes. You've got it for another 5 seconds or so on this. Another 3, 2, and rest. Now bring the feet yoga mat distance apart. And this time we'll lift and squeeze the thighs towards one another. So lift and lower. So now you might feel a little bit more on the outside of the hip as you do that. Feet are still walked back towards your glute. It's just a difference in the width of the placement of the feet. Good, you've got it. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Set the weights down. All right, so you're gonna grab your skull crusher weight and we're gonna work some abs into this too. So where we're going, so skull crushers, I've got a set of dumbbells. Remember, it's a 90 degrees. Where we're going though is a press and a pull of the legs. So I'm gonna keep my thighs super tight and your legs might press out at an angle. You don't wanna go too low and take that big arch in your back. Remember, we're gonna try to keep the back flat. So we're gonna combine this. So as I bend my elbows, I'm gonna press my legs forward and then exhale, pull everything back through center. All right, set it up, let's go. Elbows are at 90 degrees in that bend. When they bend, they point towards the top of the room, so they're not splaying out to the side. So remember, inhale as you extend, exhale to pull back through center. Let's do another 3, 2, 1 more. Now I want you just to hold the legs somewhere where it's challenging and just move the arms. So maybe the legs are slightly extended. You've got it for another 4, 3, keep the lower back as flat as you can. Another 2, 1 more. Arms are extended, just press and pull the legs. So again, really focus on keeping a nice flat spine. It doesn't have to be perfectly flat, but you don't want an arch. We've got another 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. First round is done. We're gonna do all that again. We'll take a quick little break here. And then we're gonna start back on the side plank work. So grab some water, just take a moment. Okay. Another 15 seconds or so if you want to make your way down, if you're not already down. Let's start again on the right hand. So I'm up high in my side plank. Feet are staggered. Drop that bottom hip. Left forearm comes down. Drop the hip. And let's go. All right, after you finish the next one, start in a high plank in the middle. And then switch to your left side or left hand, right forearm. After you finish whichever one you're on now, high plank, pause, hold. Another 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come on up. All right, we've got our hinge work from here. 30 seconds. We move in 3, 2, and let's go. You've got it about 10 seconds. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Set it down. All right, coming down, we've got our bridges and then our skull crusher work from there. So if the bridges didn't feel challenging enough, you could always try a little bit heavier weight. You can also, actually, what I'll do also is on the regular bridge this time where my toes are at 12 o'clock, I'm gonna walk my feet just slightly forward of my knees and then just keep my heels on the ground and lift my toes from the ground. That gets more into the hamstring. It just makes it a little bit harder if you want to up level just a little bit. Otherwise, stay where you are. All right, take a breath in and let's move, lift and lower. So with that angle, with the foot or the feet walk slightly forward and the heels down, balls of feet up, it just targets the hamstrings a little bit more effectively. You've got it for another 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Oof, and lower. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall open and press up. Lift and lower. Again, equal weight on each side. So you kind of have to adjust the weight distribution here. Keep going for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, feet come wide. Now, as I lift, knees drop in. Let's go. Oof. You got it. Another 10 seconds or so on these. You've got another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Whew. All right. Skull crushers with our ab work. Then we'll change it up. All right, so hands come over the chest. Again, you're focused on keeping the spine nice and long here. So as I bend my elbows, my legs press forward, exhale, pull, press and pull. And it is totally okay for those legs to be at an angle in order to really engage the core. Find that full extension out of your skull crusher as well. So maybe you're moving a little bit more slowly so that you can move more mindfully. You've got it for another 3, 2, 1 more. All right, now press the legs a little bit long and just move the arms. Remember, you've got a long spine. Another 2, 1 more. Arms stay steady and just move the legs. You've got it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and rest. Okay, let's change it up. Take a little break here, and where we are going, got 3 things on this circuit. So we're gonna start back in a forearm plank, but both arms down. We'll do some rainbow hips, so we'll hit some more obliques and just work in our plank today. So the rainbow hip is that just shimmy of the hip from side to side. And then we'll come into some donkey kicks with some rows, and then we'll flip to the back for some ab work just to burn out at the end. So 3 things on this circuit. So to start with, we're coming into our forearm plank. So meet me there. We're going to start in a couple seconds. Shoulder stack, you can clasp your hands if you'd like. Walk it back. Press down, puff up your shoulder blades, squeeze your thighs, find that little rotation of the hips side to side. Stay lifted out of your shoulders. We don't want to dump weight into the shoulders as we do this. Keep moving, really get that nice rotation. You should feel, hopefully, the obliques working as you do that. You've got it for another 10. Just breathe through your nose. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, so come up, roll out your shoulders, and we're gonna do donkey kick bent leg with a row. So since we're doing a row, you could use like a medium-sized weight. And then on the right leg, you can even wait if you want to behind the leg. So you've got a weight behind the leg, you've got a weight in the opposite hand. So I'm gonna really lock in on that opposite or on the leg. Take a deep full breath in, and as you exhale, I'm gonna row, donkey kick at the same time or alternate. So really focusing, you've got to be super focused in on the core being locked in, move with control. So lots of glute focus today between the bridges and these donkey kicks. You got another 2, 1 more, and rest. Let's switch it out. So if you've got that weight, you're just going to switch to the other leg. Switch hands, lock it in, make sure everything's nice and square, and let's go. Remember on that donkey kick, the foot presses towards the ceiling. I squeeze behind my shoulder blade as I row. Almost there, just a couple more. 1 more. And rest. Whew. Changes it up to put a weight behind that leg. All right, we're flipping over to the back. We're gonna work through some bicycle variations here. So hands come behind the head, knees are gonna stack. We're gonna start first Elbows stay nice and wide. We're gonna start first with a nice slow bicycle. So deep, full breath in. As you exhale, twist to the left, right foot forward. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist to the right, back through center. So I want you to move at that pace, nice and slow, really getting the shoulder off the ground as you twist. Use your exhale. One more. Now come back through center, twist to the left, right arm or right leg is extended. I just want you to lift and lower your right leg. Keep it straight, really press to the sole of the foot, stay twisted and lifted for another 3, another 2, one more, back through center, twist to the right, left leg extends, lift and lower that left leg. Another 3, 2, 1, back through center. Now bicycles your pace. So it can be slow, you can speed it up. Move with the exhale though as you twist. You've got it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Shake it out. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna do all that one more time. And then we will jump into yoga and stretch it out. So I'll give you a moment here just to reset. We're going to start back on those forearm planks. Another 20 seconds or so. We'll do the rainbow hips again, unless you want to do a different type of forearm plank. That's totally fine, of course. All right, set it up. We move in 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Find that forearm plank. You got it. Just another 10 seconds or so. It's a really quick little bit of work. So just keep moving, knowing that it's not too long. You've got another 4, 3, 2, and rest. Done. All right. Woo. All right. Let's come to tabletop. We've got that donkey kick with our row, so you can use a weight behind the leg or not. Set it up though. Take a deep full breath in, hips are squared, and let's go. We row and kick it up. Another 2, one more, and rest, switch it out. All right, set it up. Nice and strong out of the shoulders, core engaged. Let's go. Use that exhale as you lift. You got another 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're gonna flip it over. We've got our bicycles. Whew. All right. Hands come behind the head, elbows come wide, knees are stacked. We're gonna start with that slow bicycle, a big deep full breath in. As you exhale, lift and twist one direction, shoulders are up, or shoulder I should say is up. Back through center, and let's twist, hold. Really working that opposite shoulder. Switch, hold, switch, hold, switch, switch. One more time, switch. Opposite direction, switch. And move back to the other side and lift and lower the straight leg. So think locked out leg. It's nice and straight. Elbow is lifted or shoulders lifted. We got another 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it back through center, twist to the other side, lift and lower the straight leg. Almost there. Another 4, 3, 2. Back through center. Your pace on those bicycles. You've got it. Keep going. Use your breath. Move with control. Even if you picked up the pace, that's fine. You've got another 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right. Take a full body stretch if that would feel good. We are done. So we'll take a couple minutes to get set up for yoga. And if you've got your props and all your things, then you can grab those as well. So I'm just going to mute while I set up.